Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, but before we get into that, I just want to take a minute as usual and ask you guys that if you like this type of content, to make sure that you hit that subscribe button down there as well as the bell next to it to be notified of everything I post here on the channel, and make sure you also give the video a thumbs up because every time you do that it helps the channel out greatly. So anyway, on with the news. The very first thing that I have is kind of a sneak peek of the next SP Art Project's model that he is currently working on, and obviously the images here that you can now see are not finished. The model itself is still obviously in the sculpting phase, but he is creating an Ankylosaurus taking on a Dakota Raptor, and it is just insanely beautiful already. I really love the poses that he's come up with here. Again, and taking an incredible action scene and just turning it basically into like a still frame almost with this model from what we can see so far. As you can see, the Ankylosaurus clubbing that Dakota Raptor away with its tail, but the Dakota Raptor at the same time almost appears to be kind of trying to take a bite out of the Ankylosaurus. It's just an incredible model all around, and may potentially be the best that he's produced so far. I really cannot wait to see this progress, and again see the finished product when it's done, because anything SP Art Projects is nothing short of pure majestic beauty. And then as far as Blue Planet goes, we have some incredible images of the Tyrannosaurus Rex that is part of that extremely awesome looking Hell Creek diorama that they are creating. This is obviously in 1/35th scale, which we can see here by the images and also by the fact that it says this is Stan. And from what I have learned about Blue Planet is that each of the models that they make are actually based on certain specimens, and obviously this would be based off of Stan, and we can see again that the Tyrannosaurus model is just unbelievable from literally every view. This is definitely a model that could take on and quite easily potentially defeat the PNSO Wilson, but again, this is part of the resin model diorama, so it's not the same style figure as Wilson. Very different when it comes to a resin model, but it is just gorgeous. I absolutely love this Tyrannosaurus, everything about it. Some people have complained kind of about the positioning of the foot as it's taking a step. I absolutely love that, actually. I think it's a very realistic positioning for the foot as it's lifting up off of the ground. You can even see the toes kind of like closing in as the dinosaur's picking its foot up. It almost makes me envision that movement taking place before me. Just absolutely gorgeous work on the part of Blue Planet, and as usual, as more information comes out about this diorama, I of course will let you know. And then as far as the beasts of the Mesozoic goes, we have the gallery finally of the 1/18th scale adult Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the images here, obviously we've seen a few so far leading up to this point, but we haven't seen so many showing off just how beautiful the model is, and you can obviously tell, especially when we get into some of the comparisons, just how magnificently large this model is. It is truly enormous without question, but again, I think they've done just an incredible job overall on, of course, the sculpt. That's not any type of a surprise, but the actual paint application and paint job here is beautifully done. I feel like it's very nice and naturalistic as far as what a Tyrannosaur could look like, and it looks to be all beautifully applied. And one thing that's great about the Beasts of the Mesozoic series, or at least from my experience, is that the prototypes usually look just like the actual factory released product. So knowing that, you can see pretty much exactly what you will be getting when this Tyrannosaur does release. And that, my friends, is potentially the nicest Tyrannosaurus Rex model that you'll ever find, because this is just incredible looking. Again, it's massive, beautifully and accurately sculpted, and has an absolutely awesome paint job and paint scheme to go with it. So without question, this Tyrannosaur is going to be a surefire win. And then as far as Nanmu goes, we have a look at another version of the Parasaurolophus. As far as the pose goes, we now have kind of a running version. A lot of people seem to be asking for a quadrupedal version, which I would definitely like, but there's actually been a little bit of concern over this one, saying that it doesn't really look that great. It kind of looks like it's tripping. I think the pose is awesome. I absolutely love the pose that they have given us on this Parasaurolophus, because it really looks like it is being pursued by a predator, and almost does kind of have that appearance as though it's like leaning away as the predator attempts to lean in and take a bite out of it, so it almost looks like it is about to take a tumble and fall down and apparently meet its demise. And I really love that, because this could be an incredible model to include in a diorama with one of the many theropods that Nanmu has released over the last few years. Again, it looks great. The sculpt is perfectly replicating a Jurassic Park style Parasaurolophus, and I definitely love the positioning of the body as well. Really excited to see what the paint applications will look like on these. And then as far as Passion Charger goes, the model that I've been promoting for quite some time is officially fully finished and ready to order, which would be the Therizinosaurus against the Tarbosaurus. And again, as usual, Passion Charger just releases an incredible model, probably some of the most, if not the most highly detailed models you'll ever see from any company ever are produced from Passion Charger, and this just looks phenomenal. I love the positioning of both of them. Again, it looks as though like the Tarbosaurus was sneaking up behind the Therizinosaurus and kind of caught it off guard as the Therizinosaurus is just about to defend itself and swing around and show that Tarbosaurus why exactly he should not have approached the Therizinosaurus, even including eggs and everything here in the diorama. Just an unbelievable model yet again on the part of Passion Charger. So if you are interested in picking this up, it is available currently in 1/35th scale, and you can contact Passion Charger on Facebook to order. It's actually available if you purchase the entire diorama, or you can purchase either dinosaur individually. So if you are interested, I will include a link in the description to Passion Charger on Facebook, or you can of course contact me and I will contact them for you. And then as far as Sora's art goes, you can see the fully finished, scaly version of the Compsognathus that she has recently sculpted out. This is something that will be going up for sale at some point in the near future, and I'm really excited about it because I think it is an absolutely phenomenal looking model. It's crazy to think that Sora is actually quite new when it comes to sculpting out dinosaurs, so to see something so unbelievably impressive in the sculpting and detailing aspect truly blows my mind to know that she is fairly new at this, and it just looks incredible overall. Again, a really nice looking model, and she's actually sculpting out a feathered version as well, so you have the best of both worlds as far as this Compsognathus release goes. When this does go up for sale, I, as always, will be sure to let you know. And then as far as Rod's random work goes, he is actually currently working on quite a few different things, one of which is a young Tyrannosaurus Rex, obviously a Jurassic Park style Rex, and this is something that he is intending on creating and I would imagine selling at some point. He's hoping to make this close to the Kenner young Rex size, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Like, he has really captured the overall screen accuracy of what the young Rex looks like in the Lost World, and just brought it to life right here. I'm really excited to see this when it's fully finished, as he's obviously still in the sculpting process, but it definitely looks incredible already. And then, speaking of Rod's random work, something quite interesting. If you can recall, he kind of gave us resculpted heads for the Dimorphodon Amber Collection figures. Well, he's actually now resculpted an entire head sculpt and given us a really cool Tapejara head sculpt. So if you would like a Tapejara Amber Collection figure, all you need to do is own the Dimorphodon figures and then purchase this beautiful head sculpt from him. It's crazy just how good it matches up to the actual Dimorphodon bodies. He has just done an insanely nice job overall on the detailing, but just also accurately matching it up to the body. It just looks super, super nice, and something I would love to get into my collection. Incredible work as always on the part of Rod's random work. I will include a link in the description to where you can contact him on Instagram to inquire further about purchasing one of these, or of course, as always, you can contact me and I will contact him for you. And then as far as Mattel goes, some very interesting information that I received here from Amaya Leeton is a brand new hatch and play figure that is coming. It is obviously a Triceratops. We have had a Triceratops prior to this, but I think it was a greenish version. That's the only one of the hatch and play figures that I actually was never able to acquire, unfortunately, but I'm not 100% sure if it's the same sculpt as the previous one, again, because I don't have it, but I think it looks fantastic as far as the sculpt that we do have here. Really beautiful looking, and I love the paint scheme that they've given it, so this is definitely something that I will be picking up for sure if it does hit a store near me or some online retailer. I would love to get my hands on that. And then the final thing as far as Mattel goes, and thanks to Alpha Raptor Reviews on Instagram for this information, we do have confirmation on 2 new figures coming from Mattel for the Jurassic World line, and one of which I actually had kind of teased in my last news video, and that is the fact that we are going to be getting a Pentaceratops, and we now have kind of a sneak peek here as to what it will look like, also potentially the paint scheme, which looks pretty nice on it. Definitely something that I'm really excited about. It's nice to get a nice large ceratopsian figure in the line, and I really cannot wait to see just how good of a job Mattel does on it. It looks cool from the Jurassic Facts update that we have here, but you never truly can tell how nice the figure will be until you actually see at least the prototype. And then we also have another repaint of the Carcharodontosaurus, and although the last one was definitely nice as far as the paint scheme goes because it replicated the Jurassic World Evolution version, I actually think I might like this one a little bit better. Obviously, we can only see what the paint scheme will look like here on the head and stuff, and we'll truly have to wait until it's ready and we get promotional images of it to tell how nice it will be, but from this image it definitely looks like a fun repaint. No idea what exactly will be coming with it, or if it will have capture gear or anything like the previous release, but I'm still pretty intrigued to see what this figure will look like when we get the promo images. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.